Yeah, 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 yeah.
Alright, y'all, here we go. It's time for another AP review slash AP reaction. AP's obviously stands for Afro Prodigy, but it also stands for Advanced Placement, so it's a double entendre. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But anyways, today we're just gonna look at the fact that there's Call of Duty. Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty was announced last week. And I wanted us to all watch this trailer. I'm sorry the quality's not the best because I had to record it on my phone and then put it on here. But anyways, it doesn't matter. We're going to watch the trailer. Then we're going to talk about all the information we know about the game when it comes out. And what it's going to be like and how I feel about this. And of course, I want y'all to tell me how you feel about this after this whole thing is finished. So, you know what I mean? Let's get into watching the trailer first. And then we'll do all that other tomfoolery. So let's get it. Again, with the quality, it looks tough. But Captain Price speaks.
There's a fine line between right and wrong. And somewhere in the shadows, they send us in to find it.
126 actual. Target is in the main house.
It's the GOAT. The GOAT is back with a cigar and everything. That's a cigarette. No, it's a cigar.
Going dark.
I don't know what it is. I think that's the Pharaoh person. If you look up who it is, but they're talking about her having a part in this, was a rebel because her country or city got bombed by Russian folks during this war, whatever war this is. And I think that's her. At first I thought it was Jackson, Corporal Jackson from the first one, but I don't know. I don't think so anymore. Yeah, that. Classic vocal waves, or sound waves I should say, for Modern Warfare, of course. October 25th.
Where's your team?
Some old comrades.
Alright, yes, so that is the trailer for the new Call of Duty. Well, first I'll start by saying when I first saw that it was called Modern Warfare, not Modern Warfare 4, I was a little tight because I was like, what are we doing? Like, oh, by the way, I have gun game. This is the remastered Modern Warfare if you haven't been able to tell, but this is just gun games because it's one of my strong points of Call of Duty, and I feel like it's fitting for what the hell we're talking about right now. So, excuse me, look. Yeah, so basically, I went, after I saw it, I mean, I thought the trailer looked kind of tough, but I was like, I had to ask some people I know, like, how do they feel about it? Like, cause it's a reboot, and I wasn't expecting a reboot. I was expecting MW4, but the reason why this may be really good is because, like, when they say it's a different look on, like, Modern Warfare, I'm not sure what that means. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna try and make it as more realistic, more strategy based, because they were talking about that. If you look it up online too, they were talking about, or a few other people did videos about it. They were talking about how, like, there's gonna be strategic ways to fight first, like, top tier enemies, like using guerrilla warfare and, like, you know, using special weapons like Molotovs and IEDs, and having to know how to use that. Now, to me, that sounds very IE. That's the IE. Wow, that sounds very Battlefield-esque. I don't know. Hopefully, like, because Battlefield's obviously a really good game too. But I'm nervous to find out, like, are y'all really gonna, like, hopefully it's not too much like Battlefield. I'll put it like that. Like Battlefield's great, and you should definitely take aspects from it if you're gonna make the game, you know, the best it can be. You should take your parts from every game, because all these companies copy each other anyways. So you might as well take pieces from the best games out and put together your own game, but still make it your own unique experience. Honestly, So first, obviously, they're putting it comes out October 25th. They are putting story mode back, which is a duh. That's something that they should have never taken out of Black Ops 4, but whatever. And they're putting like battle royale because of the Fortnite and freaking Apex. Like, who cares? Okay, bump battle royale. That's just not lit. Well, not for me, anyways. A lot of people love those. Don't get me wrong. The tournament for Fortnite going on right now too, which is lit. But I'm just saying, like, it's not. It's not my kind of thing. And for people that love Call of Duty, we don't go to Call of Duty for battle royale situations. You feel me? That's not what we go to Call of Duty for. We go there for fast paced multiplayer. I'm about to bust you in your head type action with whatever weapons I decide to use. I might kill you, take your weapon, and light you up again when I get to the other side of the map. That's what we play Call of Duty for. We don't play Call of Duty for all this other stuff. But I'm glad they're bringing back certain characters. Bringing back Captain Price, which you'd have to have for a Modern Warfare game because he's been in every Modern Warfare game. And he's a very important character. I don't think you play as Soap in this, like, or at least you don't a lot. You don't play as him a lot. You play as different people. They say you play as rebels, like different rebels. Obviously Captain Price is in it, but he said in the trailer, if you guys remember, he said it's a small team. Like at the end of the trailer, he said they're like, "Oh, who's your team?" He's like, "Well, it's a small group of like, people." So like, you probably play as each person in that little group. But I'm not sure of what that group consists of yet. Like, well, I'm sure they'll tell us. The girl Farah that I was showing you, the woman who was like jumping out of the helicopter and stuff. I think she's Farah, but I'm not sure. But apparently she's supposed to have, like I said earlier, she's supposed to have had something happen to her city or village or town when she was a kid about Russian military bombing the junk. So there's that. So obviously, for multiplayer, they're putting all the multiplayer stuff back, like all the stuff that we're used to, all the game modes, probably gun game and team deathmatch, kill confirmed. I don't know if they're gonna do things like uplink, capture the flag will probably be in it if they're talking about all the classic stuff. Domination will be in it. Sabotage might be in it. I mean, or should be in it, because that's classic. I think that's what's gonna be in it. But what's great is that they're putting back Spec Ops. If y'all don't know Spec Ops, you're either too young or you didn't play Modern Warfare 2, and you need to play that. Like, honestly, because Spec Ops was great, and it gives you a lot of time for you and your friend to just go off for like hours and try to get different gradings. So I think they're putting that back, which is really dope. Something new that they're adding too, though, that's really going to be nice and helpful is going to be crossplay. Crossplay, which we've been asking for like 35 freaking years, and they're finally going to put crossplay. So you will be able to fight people that are using a PC, an Xbox, or a PlayStation. And I'm sure it will carry over to the next gen systems when that happens, because if it doesn't, I'd be tight. Y'all gonna see me on here blowing shit up because I'm angry. Excuse my language, that was a bit much, but you feel me? So that's gonna be in it. That's gonna be lit. So far the locations they gave us, they said you'll be fighting in a bunch of different European countries as well as the Middle East, which is classic Modern Warfare as well. So that's gonna be nice. The sounds and settings, they said apparently, like as you're walking through a mission, you'll be hearing like so many like different sounds depending on, I think, decisions you make and different like not like Detroit Become Human decisions, but you know what I mean, like I don't know, like you go to certain areas and stuff like that, like you'll hear different things. Your gun has like 3 different sounds, like you'll hear just like a lot of the you know what I mean, when you feel me. Let's just start off with when I was talking about the sound thing is so basically, like the engine that they use for Call of Duty games, it was created by Infinity Ward, Activision, and Sledgehammer Games, and it's called the IW engine, and it's basically about like the shadowing and like the most realistic like look of these different objects, like this building or the car or the gun, or so basically like they're saying that they're gonna use it so when you get confused and you start talking and then you forget what you were gonna say, but anyways, because obviously I have issues. No, so basically, like they're gonna upgrade the engine, especially for PC, which obviously, as we all know, gamers and anybody that uses all these, they know PC has the best graphics out of all the systems. I mean, it's the most powerful out of all the systems because the big towers can just contain so much more, so that they do have the best graphics. But point is that the engine, they're gonna upgrade the IW engine to support ray tracing. So for those of y'all who don't know what ray tracing is, it's a rendering technique for generating an image by tracing the path of light as pixels, and then essentially simulating its interactions with virtual objects is what that is. So basically, it's the shadowing and the light. So like if you're behind a building and it's just the map where the shit is sunny, and you'll see shadows. You know, like if you're like in front of the building, you'll obviously be in the shadows. But if you go to the side, it'll be light and all that other stuff. But what they're doing is they're gonna also use that engine, the DirectX ray tracing engine. They're gonna use it for the sound as well. Now, obviously, that's super tough because, like, who doesn't want the best possible graphics, you know, ever? And it's been getting better and better every year, every generation of the system, so it's super lit. But for them using it for the sound, the thing is they're going to be using ray tracing. So the audio director for the game, Stephen Miller, basically said that, like, you'll be able to hear. Like if you're running around with your gun, you'll be able to hear like different sounds at the point of impact with, I guess, different things. So maybe like if it hits something, like let's say, I don't know if it'll be this specific, but like if you have grenades next to your gun, maybe if it like bumps the grenade, not blows it up, of course, because you have to pull the pin and you know it's a frag unless it's a semtex. But you know that's not the point. If it knocks that, you'll hear the sound that it would make. You know, if you like if you were like in real life running around with it, if it hits that, it'll make that sound, and then if you lay down, it'll make another sound, and you know, if you turn around, it'll make a different sound. That's what it sounds like is gonna be what it'll be like, which is obviously really dope because they're making everything really good and specific and nice and worth $60 damn, which will be more because you know there's always DLC nowadays. Speaking of DLC, there will not be a season pass for this game. So for those who are like enjoy season passes, I'm sorry, they're getting rid of those. Which you know, I mean, you know, I mean, it's like we never used to, like for the old systems, we didn't really have season passes. So it basically just sounds like they're not giving us any good deals. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, it sounds kind of crazy, but that's basically what it sounds like. Because season passes were the best deals. They were the ones where you get a season pass. Like for Call of Duty, it used to be you pay $25, get a season pass, and you get all of the maps and guns, which were they always had like 4 DLC. So now it sounds like you're gonna have to pay for them all separately, unless they have a different plan in place. But you know, well, see, you feel me? Speaking of other things, it will not have. It will not have oh, I said that earlier anyways, it will not have a battle royale, but it also won't have zombies. For those who, Modern Warfare doesn't have zombies anyway, so like but that's not really new news. Like Treyarch always does. For those who didn't know, Treyarch always does zombies, so that's all the Black Ops. So from World at War, that was Treyarch, which was Call of Duty 5. World at War to then Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. All the Treyarch games have zombies. Modern Warfare games never had zombies anyways because they're Infinity Ward, so Infinity Ward never did that. The only time Infinity Ward even did anything close to that was for MW3. Wait, get sniped. Was for MW3 when they put in the survival mode. So I mean, that's not really new news. Like I was reading somewhere, people were like, "Oh, it's not gonna have zombies." I'm like, Infinity Ward never has zombies. So like, I mean, but like this game, I don't know if it's gonna be developed by all 3 companies, which would be the first time Infinity Ward and Treyarch both worked on a game, I think, unless I'm not remembering correctly. But they usually switch off. So you know, that's that. Yo, I'm really lighting the. Yo, come here. Sometimes you know you just gotta get upset. But yeah, so you know, those are a couple things it won't have. Now for the things that make me nervous, the way they talked about this was they called it a reimagining of the Modern Warfare series. And I think that's not necessarily bad. I don't know what that means. You know, it's like, because the first set was really good. So if you're gonna reimagine it, obviously they're gonna change the events, and but they have Captain Price in it. So will he bring up Soap? Will he talk about, you know? I mean, he can't even bring up. I mean, if anybody saw Modern Warfare 3, I mean, he was actually, yeah. Well, anybody played Modern Warfare 3's campaign and finished it, you saw the kinds of things that happened with Captain Price and Soap at the end. So I don't know if he's ever gonna bring up Soap or not. Like, it's almost as though it's a different. Like, they're using Captain Price, but they're starting a different story. So I think that's where the reboot situation comes in. So they don't really have anything to do with each other. So it's really as though it's like it's like Fantastic Four. If y'all saw the first Fantastic Four set that had Jessica Alba and Chris Evans as Torch, and like I forgot some of the other people's names, but had my girl Kerry Washington in it. You know, my boo thing. Yeah, she was that. Like, I guess it's supposed to be like the Michael B. Jordan one, who was the only good part about the reboot. Like for the next Fantastic Four, but I guess it's like that. So it's like it's really a reboot. But then, you know, that's good and bad. You know, like I mean, the thing is, I still hope that they give us a MW2 an MW2 remastered version. So I still really hope they have that, you know, because that would be lit and we would be great. But the only reason I'm also nervous, because, you know, it's one of those things, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if you're gonna do the reboot, I hope it'll be super lit. But you know what I mean, I trust them, although a lot of people lost their trust in Call of Duty. But I think this might be good, so, you know, we'll have to check that out. But I'm gonna play the trailer for y'all one more time. I'm gonna leave the link down low so you don't have to necessarily see, you know, because you can actually see it where I saw it. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Let me know how y'all feel about the new Call of Duty, the name, the reboot aspect, the stuff you're gonna miss, the stuff you're gonna not miss. Tell me all that in the comments, and I'm gonna hit y'all later with another video. And I'll respond to comments if y'all, you know, have anything that you want to pitch in. But yeah, I'm going to catch y'all later. AGP out.